Okay, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wicked Wookie, and today we're going to go over my top 5 picks for the applications and websites that I use to make Star Citizen content, primarily cinematics. So, first, we're going to start with verseguide.com. This is made by the community. Fantastic site. I do support them on Patreon. If you would like to as well, definitely check them out there. This is one of my most valuable tools, and we're going to find out why now. So you can pick between Stanton and Pyro, and we'll go to Stanton, and you have every planet, every moon. And the reason this is so valuable to me is it tells me the current day night cycles, and it will predict the next day night cycles. So, for example, let's go to Daymar. We're going to go ahead and click it and click daylight, and here it shows me what the current day night cycle is. This is obviously the sun, this is the dark side of the moon, and these are all the different locations. We'll go ahead and click hidden locations off. So if there's hidden stuff you want to find, like the sand caves and the rock caves, it shows you that as well and lets you know that's going to be a spoiler. And each of these you can click and actually get coordinates to go there if that's something you're interested in. For me, I use it to predict what the time of day is going to be in the future. So right here, we can actually move forward about 2.5 hours to see where the sun's going to be in 2.5 hours, right? And down here in your locations, it'll tell you, for example, this one is Lamina PAF2. The sun is going to rise in 22 minutes. If we go to a different one, what is this one? Security post, Maloto, sun sets in 45 minutes. And it's going to tell you for every location when the sun's coming up or when the sun's going down. Well, let's say you got plans to film in a couple days. You can actually click this calendar, go out. We'll just go to Friday, and we'll go to 11 o'clock. And this is where the sun will be at 11 o'clock on Friday. So you can plan out your shoots ahead of time. And this is so valuable when you're coordinating with a big group of people or even a small group of people. I mean, I use it for just myself, but especially with a big group, you can coordinate what time y'all need to meet up and plan ahead so you can be at a spot right when sunrise is coming up, maybe when sunrise is going down, so you can hit the optimum time of day that you're looking for. I cannot stress enough how valuable this is and how much I love this site. I don't know who runs it. I do support them on Patreon, but I greatly appreciate the work you guys do on this site. It is fantastic and one of my most favorite tools. Oh, and I did not mention this at the beginning, but none of this stuff is a paid promotion. They're not sponsored videos. I get no kickback from any of this. This is just websites and tools that I use on a daily basis making content. And I just think they're very, very good. And it's something I just want to share with the community and things that I recommend. Okay, so next, music and sounds. Pretty much almost all the music you hear on my channel is going to be from Epidemic Sounds. I love Epidemic Sounds. It does require a subscription. I think it's around $15 a month. It might be. I think it's around 15. It's been a while since I checked, but they are fantastic for music. Anything you can think of is on here. Music. Here we go. So music. Let's go to view all. We're going to go to blues. I use a lot of blues in my stuff, and you can change it by moods, genre, duration, beats. Most of you guys are probably pretty familiar with music sites. This is the one I use the most, and I quite like it. So here we go. Here's some dark blues, Long Way Home. And y'all might be familiar with this. I've used that in the Scooter Goes to Pyro video. I get a lot of my stuff from here. Very, very good stuff. I highly recommend it. And this is, once you have a subscription, you link this to your YouTube page or your Twitch channel if you want to do it through Twitch. And then that way you don't get flagged for any copyright strikes because you're paying for the service. So you're good to go. You don't ever have to worry about your music being a copyrighted strike. And it's all made by artists, very good. It supports the artists who make the music. So I really, really like this site a lot for music. It does have sound effects. I do get a lot of sound effects from this site, but I I don't think it's the best for sound effects. I'm still actually looking for a site that's really good for sound effects. So if anybody may have a suggestion there, definitely leave a comment. For their music, music is 10 out of 10. I mean, top notch. I can always find what I'm looking for music. Um, for sound effects, I would give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. They're hit or miss. It can be a chore to find the right sound effects, and some stuff I just cannot find at all. But yeah, that's Epidemic Sounds. Okay, so the third top pick for me is Affinity Photo. Affinity Photo is what I use to make my thumbnails. It's what I use to make my clip art. I use it for many things actually in connection with the editing software. If I need clip art or something in there, sometimes it's faster for me to do it in Affinity than it all is through the editor. Sometimes depending on what I'm doing. Affinity is $70. Again, not paid promotions by no means, no kickback. This is just what I use. So $70. You pay it one time. There's no subscriptions, and you get every update that comes afterwards. It's a fantastic photo editing program. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. I use this thing for every single one of my thumbnails. And just to give you an example of something I would do with this, I have a photo brought up here. This is just game captured as is. If we go up here to filters, we can, let me select it. Go here to filters. I can hit haze removal, and then bam, look at that. Crisp, clear, haze is gone, bright colors. Apply that. Now let's say I want that background to be blurred. I can click my selection tool. We can select our character here. I'm just going to rough it in. And it does have an AI that does this. That's pretty decent, actually, of it knowing what you're trying to select. I just use this so much, I've kind of gotten used to using the tool. Select our gun. We'll make that a little bit smaller. Go up here. We're just going to do this quickly. But you get to, so just so you get the idea of it. Let's get that. Okay. So the way I would do this, I'm going to copy that, paste it right back on top of that layer. I can deselect that now. So now I have two layers over here, and now I want to blur that background. So I can come over here, find lens blur. Where's lens blur? Lens. You can use a depth of field, but I like doing it this way better, having multiple layers. There we go. And now we see we can blur that background a bit. And see, now our character's all in focus and the background's blurred. It's all nice and pretty. So that's Affinity Photo. Okay, so the fourth program or website I use, all of you are probably familiar with Urkel. Great website. Y'all know how good this is. They also have a Patreon. Go support them. There'll be links to all this in the description. But I use Urkel a lot, as I'm sure most of us do. For me, I'm mostly using it as a reference guide to either see what ships I'm going to use, to get an idea for what I want for a scene. And it's very nicely laid out. I can go through the brands and see the different ships very quickly to get an idea of what I'm going to use. And obviously, you have all the components and weapons, which is what it's known for, making your loadouts how you want them. Of course, it does all that stuff. I assume most of you are familiar with Urkel. If you're not, go check it out. It's a fantastic program. But I do use it quite a bit. For me, mostly as a ship reference guide to know what I'm going to be using. It's just an excellent, quick list to see all the ships. Okay, last and certainly not least, but the number 5 is Vinci Resolve. Vinci Resolve is, in my opinion, the best editing software money doesn't have to buy because it's free. There is a paid version, but 99% of the stuff you see me do, even in my big cinematics, I'm doing with the free version of DaVinci Resolve. You can buy it and get the studio version for $295, and that is a one-time fee. You pay it one time, you're done. You get every update afterwards. There's no subscription. But even the free version, I definitely recommend starting with that first. You most people are not going to need the studio version. Definitely not starting out. At least I doubt it. I do have the studio version for very specific tracking things. If you want to mask something and you want to track it with AI, like somebody walking, uh, it does that very, very, very well. And occasionally I do need something like that. And that is why I have purchased the studio version. But you get a lot more besides that. Uh, I'm definitely not the place to go to learn how to use it. There's just so much that DaVinci Resolve does that, I mean, people have entire YouTube channels dedicated to it. The YouTube channel that I personally use is Casey Ferris. Really cool, nice guy. Does a good, straight to the point tutorials. Highly recommend him if you want. If you're wanting to learn how to use it, that is who I go to watch his videos to learn all the different things coming out. And he's pretty up to date with all the updates, and he'll teach you how to use it. We'll pull it up here. And yeah, this is DaVinci Resolve. This is where you'll bring your clips in. You have your video transitions, audio transitions, titles, generators, effects, filters, audio effects, all kinds of things. It's going to seem very overwhelming at first. I do recommend watching, if not Casey Ferris, somebody's videos on tutorials. It can seem overwhelming if you've never done it before, but once you get the hang of it, it's really easy to use. And there's so much you can do with it. I mean, you could fill the Grand Canyon with the things I don't know how to do in DaVinci Resolve yet. It's a very, very powerful tool. And like I said, one of the reasons they give us away for free is because Blackmagic makes most of its money on actual cameras and camera equipment. So it's not like Adobe Photo, Adobe Video, and all that. There's no subscription. If you like Adobe, you know, that's awesome. But if you just want something like actually free, or if you want the best version they have, just pay it one time. That's it. I highly recommend DaVinci Resolve. But yeah, these are the tools that I use. That's the top 5 best tools and websites that I use and can recommend to somebody starting out, or even if you've already been doing this. Highly recommend it. Again, none of this is paid for, no kickbacks. This is just stuff I use. So I hope that helps y'all out. And that's about it, guys. If y'all want to help me out and support the channel, Patreon is the best way to do that. I greatly appreciate it. And y'all have a good evening. See ya.